Hey everybody, Laz here again, playing Xbox One Neverwinter. Today's video, I'd like to thank someone left a comment on my last Hunter video. His name is Hell's Gate, asking about my stats and my recovery, so he got me thinking about my recovery. So I made some changes to fix this problem, and let's get to it. First changes I did was my character sheet. I dropped 2 radiance that I had for 2 silvery. So I lost 1400 power, gained 1400 recovery. My boons in Underdark, I had this lifesteal. I dropped it for this crit, which let me drop this crit for this recovery. So that's 400 recovery. I sold off some of my Great Weapon Fighter rank 12 Azures, and I bought the apparatus of Kowalish. It was like 1.4, 1.5 mil, and I changed out the 2K power I was using for the 2K recovery. I didn't say I was using the 2K power pet in my other video either, or mount rather. And then the very next day, I usually open my lock boxes like 30 out of pop. I opened 30 boxes. I got a legendary Glorious. So I opened that, and I got the Tensor's Disc. I took that. So it's 4K instead of 2K recovery. So those changes alone, I added 5800 recover, and I lost 3400 power. Which is really good, because the biggest downside of this build is I used to plant growth, and I think that's your longest cooldown counter you have. Could be wrong, but I believe I'm right. Okay, so have mount power now, because I got the Tensor's Disc. I'll show you here. It's a pretty badass one. This is why I took the Tensor's Disc besides the recovery. You would transform into a fighting machine, become tougher, faster, more skilled in combat. 12 seconds, you gain 10% power, move 10% faster, gain 2 strength, dex, con, and armor class. This is really strong. So, now since I got this, I also changed out my insignia bonuses. Remember, I was using Barbarian's Revelry I had, and I switched that one out for Cavalry's Warning. Cavalry's Warning, which is when you activate mount combat power, you gain an increased 10% to your power, recovery, armor pen, crit, defense, deflect, regen, and lifesteal. Pretty awesome. And now since I'm using that all the time, I also switched the main daily I use now. I use Disruptive Shock. I was using the Hurricane, I believe it's called, where you could use the Seismic Shock. The animation is really long. The reason I use Disruptive Arrow is the animation is really short, and it only uses 25% of your AP, which is it also my other mount bonus. This will proc the Shepherd's Devotion, which will give all my teammates 5% of my power to their defense, deflect, and movement, which in my case is 1472 defense, deflect, and movement to everyone, which is good. You know, defense for your Great Weapon Fighters equals power, deflect for me. I think my deflect, when all my stuff procs, it goes up to like close to 34-35%, and movement, I stack movement on this guy. And I did the stats, and I believe the mount power and the cavalry. The only one I really did was the recovery. It adds 744 recovery. It gives me about 4K power. Those are the major changes that I made. That's about it. The defeats, I didn't explain in my other video. These two, this is more of a DPS one. This is really good. I take the survivability one. This is deflect attacks can cause hunters to be healed for 5% of their hit points over 15 seconds. Stack up to 10 times, so, you know, 50%. So it's a huge heal. That's survivability. And this makes your encounters do more damage and gain AP fast whenever you crit or deflect, which will be, you know, I'm 100% crit and deflect. But I like the survivability more. Dead DPS isn't doing anything, so I like that one more. They're both really good. Also, I was gonna switch to Dragonborn for the 3% more crit, but recently someone I played with who streams, his name is Al's Random Kill, did that, and it raises your crit strike, so it doesn't raise your crit chance. So you get the power bonus still, you don't get the crit. If you're doing it to raise your crit chance, don't get it. I actually bought this back in like June, the race, and finally was going to use it. I put in a ticket for a refund, and I got denied. They said contact Xbox support or Microsoft. He got approved. He got a refund through Zen. But, you know, they're busy, so I'm not hating on them. I think the game's great. And the last thing would be, I've been having people ask me to make a video about the actual gameplay of the Hunter, so my next video will be, I'll probably be doing a Hunter Ranger through Epic Spiders, probably. That'll be out this week or towards even a couple days. I'll show you just like a typical rotation of stats. Always open with the arrow, drop the plant. Actually, I would have popped that first. That big guy right there. And I wanted to show you. See that 8188 recovery. My recovery is really high. See, you're gonna do your 3 abilities. Do 3 at wills. 3 abilities. Do an ability. 3 at wills. Then by the time you switch, your arrow will be back up now. Definitely, almost every time. I usually always use the plant growth first, because it's the longest cooldown. And like I said, your other one is mass AoE, and you'll see that in the video I make of actual gameplay. Here in trash. Okay, I think I covered everything. Thank you guys for watching. Hit my channel LazX on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up, please, and I'll keep making them videos. And I'd like to thank that guy Hell's Gate again, for bringing the attention to, you know, my recovery was kind of dookie, so I fixed that problem. Thank you for watching.